Hello, Mario. 10 questions about Edgar Allan Poe. Mario's 10 questions about Edgar Allan Poe. That's right. 10 questions about Edgar Allan Poe. Here we go. Question 1. All of the questions have been written in the style of Allan Edgar Poe. Dystopian, gloomy, melancholic, up till 1 a.m. Oh, dear me. That sounds like a celebration. In the gloom of a shadowed 1836, did the wretched Poe bind himself in unholy matrimony to his youthful cousin, Virginia Clem, beneath a veil of night. Yes, true. I think that is true. I think it is suggested that she may have been 13 years old. Possibly not uncommon for the times, given the short life expectancy of people in those times. Till death us do part. T for true. Oh, nice. A great celebration was had by all. Question 1. Correct. Edgar Allan Poe married his 13-year-old cousin Virginia Clem in a private ceremony in 1836, an event shrouded in the personal and societal shadows of the time. Okay. Yes. Next question. About Edgar Allan Poe. In the desolate year of 1845, did a spectral visitor with raven's breath inspire the mournful dirge of the raven within Poe's forsaken abode? So yes, one of his famous, holy hell, what do you got there, Moss? For what is true, save that which will not die, though buried deep beneath denial's stone, it claws and scrapes away to daylight's eye, murmuring in sepulchral tone. Golly. Whoa! Holy snap and duck shit. I'll take that as a true. I'll be very surprised. Explain yourself, Moz. Where does that come from? I know it comes from ChatGPT, quite possibly. While The Raven was published in 1845, there is no definitive... Well, that's incorrect. There's no definitive evidence of a spectral visitor inspiring it. Poe claimed it arose from his imagination, possibly influenced by his own melancholy. Oh, that wasn't true at all. Oh, nice. Good Lord, where the hell did that come from? But I'm impressed. 1 from 2. Okay, next question. So I think pretty much the answers may well be quite unpredictable in this instance, reflecting Poe. In the dismal Baltimore alley of 1849, did a cryptic throng of shrouded figures herald Poe's mysterious end at the age of 40. I'm pretty sure he died at quite young age, possibly 40, in a Baltimore alley in 1849. Shrouded figures. Okay. Curse it, I cried. Oh, Mars, I've found another. Are you an Edgar Allan Poe expert of some sort or something? Curse it, I cried. Oh dear. I've awakened a beast. It's true, I think. All right. True, ever true. Good Lord. Oh, right. Okay. I'm impressed, Moz. I can't say that I've known too much about Edgar Allan Poe. I just knew that he was very dystopian. Incorrect. Poe died at 40 in 1849 in Baltimore under mysterious circumstances. Found delirious and dressed in someone else's clothes, but no evidence supports a cryptic throng of shrouded figures being involved. Good Lord. Okay. Delirious and dressed in someone else's clothes. Holy hell, now that's what you call a bloody celebration, all right? Holy heck. Dear. All right. Okay. I think Grok is shafting us well and truly on this one. Not unexpected, I wouldn't think. Next question. Very cryptic answers. From the blood-streaked streets of Paris in 1841, did the murders in the Rue Morgue rise as a ghastly genesis of the detective's art? I believe this one to be true. It is. I have read somewhere that he is like the father of the crime novel. The murders in the Rue Morgue. Rue is street, I think. De la Rue. False. The very sound slithers forth like a servant from the hollow of the tongue. Holy heck. Well, I thought this one was true, but you're saying false. So, all right. We'll go with false. Let's see what we have. You answered the murders in the Rue Morgue, published in 1841, is widely recognized as the first modern detective story, though there's no evidence of it being directly inspired by blood-streaked streets of Paris. It was a fictional. Okay. Creation. Oh, well. Okay. Oh, right. Oh, well, that's... Never mind. Well, we'll leave it how it is. Okay. Next. Right. It was not mere profanity, it was the soul's last convulsion, the heart's despair made sound. Oh. In the cursed halls of West Point in 1831, did a forbidden obsession with forbidden tomes lead to Poe's ignominious expulsion. I'm pretty sure he was drummed out of Westport, but I don't know if it was due to a forbidden obsession with forbidden tomes. But anyway, I would say true for that one. Some great commenting coming there, Moz. Yeah. All right. All right. What have we got? We're not doing very well, but that's to be expected, I guess, by the nature of the questions. To not know is to wander the midnight corridors of thought, where each door leads only to another question, and every whisper sounds suspiciously like your name. I'll take it as true then. Let's see what we get. True is correct. Poe was expelled from West Point in 1831 for neglecting duties, including missing drills, which some suggest stems from his focus on writing rather than military discipline. So we're 2 out of 5. Right. Yes. Okay. Next question. Did a vision of a crumbling manor, glimpsed in the fevered dream of night, birth the eerie fall of the house of Usher? Possibly true. I think he may have been. I talked earlier of him being inspired by visions and things. Fall of the house of Usher. You're allowed to guess, Moz. What say you of question 6 and the fall of the house of Usher? Definitely something within in the gambit of EAP, Edgar, or Ed Poe. It is no mere utterance of lips, but a confession torn from the heart, the pulse of a midnight soul that dares to remember. T for true. Yes. Edgar Allan Poe. Oh, incorrect. The Fall of the House of Usher was published in 1839, but there's no evidence it was inspired by a specific dream. It's believed to be the product of Poe's imagination and Gothic influences. Okay, so, all right. Well, interesting. In the shadowed contest of 1833, did a strange literary jewel crown Poe's message found in a bottle, with a prize of $100. I believe this is true, that he won some sort of prize for that literary piece. Message in a Bottle. I believe that to be true for question 7. So 1833 contest. Right. So, what have we with that one, I wonder? Yes, true. Aye, that word again, like a faint knock upon the coffin lid of reason. Oh dear. Okay, true. No, that was someone else. That's correct. Poe won a $100 prize in 1833 for MS Found in a Bottle in a fiction contest by the Baltimore Saturday Visitor, a notable early success in his career. Now, next question on Edgar Allan Poe. Yes. Given the grim parchment of 1849, does congestion of the brain conceal a darker riddle in Poe's untimely demise? Yes, he did die young, and I believe it was, well, in an alleyway or someone else's clothing. I believe that this could have been what was written on the birth certificate, on the death certificate. Congestion of the brain. And given his, yes, what he was dealing with, quite possible. It stirs the air with a whispering chill, and I feel it creep along the spine of thought. True, a word that burns through the veils of deceit, pale and inexorable, as moonlight upon the tomb. T for true. Okay. As we go into just 8 questions. Correct. Poe's 1849 death certificate lists congestion of the brain, but the vague diagnosis and mystery surrounding Mr. Delirium, strange clothing, suggest an unresolved enigma. 4 out of 8, so we're on 50% as we head into the penultimate question. Is there life on Mars? Next. Well, some great commenting here by Moz. In the veiled pages of the 1830s, did Poe's critique for the Southern Literary Messenger make a labyrinth of cryptic lore? Mask a labyrinth of cryptic lore? God knows. Not sure. Not sure what's been talked about there. The quill trembles, the ink thickens, each phrase a heartbeat, each heartbeat an omen. The candle gutters low, yet the muse leans closer, whispering from beyond the veil of sleep and sanity alike. Yeah. I do not know, and perhaps mercifully it is better so. Oh, I'll go with true. The truth will set you free. Let's see if it does. Oh. Incorrect. I rather thought it might be, actually. Poe worked as a critic and editor for the Southern Literary Messenger in the 1830s, known for his sharp reviews, but there's no evidence his critique concealed cryptic lore. They focused on literature and culture. Oh. Right. 4 from 9. So one chance to see if we can get as good as guessing. Next and final question. All right. Here we go. What have we here? From the silent grave of 1849, did Annabel Lee rise as a spectral lament whispered by a lost love's ghost? No idea. No idea. I'll stick with true. The truth will set you free. Will it get us better than 50%? Or yes. Wow. From the silent grave of 1849, did Annabel Lee rise as a spectral lament whispered by a lost love's ghost? All right. After a bout of excellent commentary here by Moz, we come to the conclusion of the quiz, and thus begins another descent, quiet, uncertain, yet inexplicably drawn towards the heart of the dark. I guess so. T for true. Will the truth set us free, or will it damn us forever? As incorrect. The Annabel Lee was published posthumously in 1949, inspired by Poe's wife Virginia, but there's no evidence it was a spectral lament from a ghost. It was a poetic creation. 4 out of 10. Wow. All right. A haunting journey through Poe's realm. Falling short of your prohibition, 9 out of 10. The dope on dope. Yes. If you'd like to review these questions, prep a new set. More gothic tales. Tweak the format. Prohibition's eerie parallels. Let me know. But that was, yes, that was definitely an intriguing quiz there on Edgar Allan Poe. Curse it, I cried again, says Moz42 from far north Queensland. Right. Can we have a short 50-word lament in the style of Poe about our performance in the quiz? What say you, ChatGPT? What say you? In gloom of nights, my mind doth fater beneath the raven's scornful altar. 4 truths gleaned from 10 I sought, a dismal score with failure fought. Oh, shadowed quiz, thy verdict stings, as memory weeps on broken wings. Nevermore to rise, my pride takes flight, lost in Poe's eternal light. There we go.